Hi Taurus, thank you for joining me for your October Tarotscope.
Okay, Taurus, so I have laid out the tarot cards and I'm using the Gilded Tarot, which comes in a book set with a really nice book called Easy Tarot, and that's how they sell the set. It's the Easy Tarot book and deck set. And this is actually, by the way, one of the best books on tarot reading that I've ever read. It's very, very good. And then I'm using for the oracles, the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray with artwork by Lily Moses. Excellent, excellent deck there. And let's get into your reading. So Taurus, in the first week, we have a Page of Pentacles. And this could be you. It's a young, yang energy person who is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And this is somebody who is drawn to the finer things in life. So they want to be able to buy the finer things in life. And that would be somebody who's in finance or banking or something like that, or just a career where they make a lot of money because they like to buy nice things. So this person is looking to you to be their mentor. Or if this is you, then you are looking for a mentor, somebody who can up your game so that you can buy more of the nice things and creature comforts that you really, really love. The second card is the Four of Pentacles, and this tells me that you're in a bit of a needy-greedy mode. You're holding everything really tight to your chest. You earn the money. As the Page of Pentacles, you know how to earn the money, but you don't quite know what to do with it in order to make it grow. So you feel like, this can't be it, just working a job and getting paid. There should be a way for this money to work for me. And you're right, and that's why you need a mentor, and that's why the Page of Pentacles is looking for a mentor. Then we have the Four of Swords. This means that early on in the month of October, you're going to take a retreat. You're going to either, take a vacation or a little weekend, or you're just going to hide in your bedroom and just meditate and pray and manifest and take walks in nature and pet your dog and take baths and just do things to recharge your batteries because you're either overstimulated or you're worn out in your job, your family, whatever, and you just need a little hiatus in order to come back fully revved and ready to go. Then we have the Seven of Wands, which is a gentleman who is defending what looks like his home, or at least if we take it on a more ethereal level, their ideals. This man is not confused, he's not scared, the look on his face is one of determination, and he's ready to really fight down the rest of these people who are coming at him for his ideals, or to take something from his home, or to crash into his home. So for some reason you're having to defend yourself in some way, defend your ideals or defend something that you're doing. And the next card though is a little bit confusing because it's the Four of Wands, which is a celebration of some kind, a milestone in the family, maybe a birth, a birthday, an anniversary, a graduation, some sort of milestone that you're celebrating as a family with family and friends. And I think that that is connected to what you're having to defend. So something about this celebration is controversial in some way, and you're being asked to defend it, or you feel that you have to defend it. But then we have the Hanging Man. The Hanging Man, or the Hanged Man in other decks, gives you a chance to see things from another perspective, but it also delays things. It also means that you're not able to go forward with the ideas that you want to implement because of some kind of a delay. But this delay also acts to give you time to gain a different perspective. So perhaps if this celebration is really radical or controversial in some way, perhaps in your defense you're only defending it in one issue on one side, but there are other sides that you could see in the defense of this issue, And so to gain that other perspective, you need to take some time out, and the universe is giving you that time out. So it's interesting, but in the bottom of these 2 weeks, you have the Four of Swords and the Hangman, both of which cause you to slow down and see things in a different way. Now, in the 3rd week of October, we have the King of Pentacles. And this King of Pentacles is telling us that this is probably you, Taurus, because the Pentacle sign is Earth signs. So this could be you. This is a person who is at the top of their craft, the top of their game. They have been at it for a long time. They're very skilled. They have a lot of experience, and they have a lot of abilities in this area. So kings have a lot of wisdom they can share. They can mentor people. They can teach people. But also, kings can mean release. Because you're at the top of your game, because you've been doing this a long time, you may feel that it's time to move on, either into retirement or to another career. So very often a king card showing up in the reading means that you're ready to move on to something else, but not because you're getting fired or anything, but because you choose to move on because you see other mountains to climb. You've already conquered this mountain, you want to conquer something new. Now, the earth signs are usually ones that work steadily towards a goal, but in this case, you may not have a goal at all. You may just want to retire. Now, the next card is death, and death does mean the ending of something, a transition of sorts. So I would say that retirement is more in the cards, but it could be that you're just making a complete switch into a brand new career. That could be the reason for the release too. And in fact, the next card tells me that, you know, the next card doesn't really tell me what it is. It tells me that the Three of Cups is a celebration. It's when we combine 2 or 3 different elements and we come up with something really fantastic, and that is the combining the elements of different people and having a celebration. So this celebration may mean that you are retiring. You may be celebrating your retirement, or you may have moved on to a fantastic new career and job, and that may be the celebration that you're going for now. So you've got 2 celebrations going on in the month of October, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana in this reading alone, and there's only 12 cards. So almost half the cards are major arcana, which tells me that this is going to be a very significant month in your life. This is probably going to be a turning point in your life, and that once you get past the first 2 weeks of October, the rest of October is a little bit out of your hands. That you have set the wheels in motion, and by the way, even for the month of November, you have set the wheels in motion, and now you're just riding the wave. You're just going along with the actions and deals that you already set up. So don't be surprised if you are surprised in the month of October that without even really doing very much, a lot of things are happening for you. So start of the 4th week, we have the Fool. Now the Fool is always beginning a new journey, right? So that's something new. So this could be your retirement, and maybe you're not quite sure what it holds. Or it could be a completely different career in a new direction, and you're not sure what it really holds. It can also indicate a journey into spirituality. And so having had that, the Hanging Man and the 4 of Swords, both of which give you the opportunity to see things in a different light, you could have stumbled on something in your own spiritual path or journey that leads you to a whole other journey. Very, very interesting. Now also with the Fool, we could be just saying we just don't know what's coming, or the Fool often indicates a new spiritual journey. So you may have been on your spiritual journey for a while, and you may think you're just adding another thing into your bag of tricks, or you could be taking things off in a completely different direction, Taurus, which is not very like you. Usually the slow and steady is Taurus. You're very methodical about things, and you don't make radical decisions in a hurry. However, in this month, I think the universe is taking the lead and pushing you into different directions that you do want, but you didn't really want to go that quickly. Another thing I have to mention is right around the 3rd week in October, in fact, October 25th, we have a solar eclipse in Scorpio. That's your opposite sign. So of course this eclipse is going to be very, very important to you. And eclipses very often help you make changes in your life, especially ending things that are no longer needed in your life and putting you on the path of something new. Now, eclipses are known for helping you make changes that you're either not ready for, you don't think you could do, or you don't want to do, but you need it. So one of those three things could be in play here, and part of the death card could be the eclipse that happens on October 25th. Now, a lot of eclipse action doesn't usually happen on the date of the eclipse. It can happen a month before, a week after, a month after, or whenever a planet hits that degree in your chart that is sensitive to the eclipse. So watch my video on the solar eclipse in Scorpio and try to figure out in your chart where the sensitive degrees are, and then whenever a planet hits that, boom, that's when something indicated by the eclipse is going to happen. And eclipses are big changes, big dramatic endings and beginnings in our lives. Now, the reason that the Fool card, I think, is indicating something different for your spiritual journey or a new spiritual journey is because of the High Priestess that follows it. So the High Priestess talks about connecting with your higher self, your own psychic abilities, your own connection to the divine, your own spiritual path. So with the High Priestess next to the Fool, I think that journey is all about a completely new direction for your spiritual journey, which may be very, very exciting. And the last card is the Chariot. So just know that you have set things up to go, go, go. So at the end of October, things are going to be just rocking and rolling, and November is probably going to be more of the same because you set up this whole chain reaction with the Chariot. All of these steps that you took in the first 2 weeks of October and all of the steps that the universe had you take in the last 2 weeks of October are culminating in the Chariot just saying, giddy up, because here we go. All right, Taurus, a lot happening for you in October. Let's look at your oracle card, which is the Broken Arrow. It says, embrace the energy of peace. And I'm just going to get the guidebook out because it's enough for me to know the tarot cards. I cannot keep all the other stuff in my brain. Okay, 120, the Broken Arrow. Okay, Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. You are safe. Just as the arrow card symbolizes defense and protection, the broken arrow card symbolizes peace. In Native American traditions, a broken arrow would mean that tribes were no longer fighting one another but were making alliances. When you see a broken arrow in a meditation, vision, dream, or reading, it is a message that you no longer need to fight because peace has arrived. This is a powerful symbol of harmony, serenity, and community. And I just want to point out that when you go on spiritual journeys, what is the prevailing theme of all of our spiritual stuff? Love is the answer. Love is the most powerful energy in the universe. So this is what you're getting here. Love, peace. If you've been exposed to a situation in which you have felt the need to protect yourself or defend what you feel is right, know that this is now coming to an end. With the arrival of the Broken Arrow card, you are being guided to know that the energies of light are entering to wash away all the darkness. You can drop your shields and protection. You are now in a situation that will honor you and honor your needs. Arguments are ending and disagreements are being resolved. Prepare to talk things through and offer the peace that you would like to enjoy. In order to move forward in a more fearless way, it's important for you to let go of the idea that you can be hurt by this situation or the people involved, because this will only work against you. Know that your angelic guides and ancestors are standing around you, protecting you, and taking you lovingly forward. Wow, that's really nice. And your guides are taking you lovingly forward because you're going on this spiritual journey that is in a brand new direction, a brand new direction. So even if you think you know what's coming, Taurus, you don't. Until mid-October, you'll start to get an inkling of where you're going with this. So that is your reading for October, Taurus. I'm so glad that you listened to the very end. Thank you for being a subscriber. That means a lot to me. And every time you like the video or share the video, it really helps the channel. And also leaving comments really, really helps the channel. Now, I am still going to be reading cards at the New York Renaissance Fair in Tuxedo, New York, until October 9th. Then the weekend after that, on October 15th and 16th, I will be reading cards at 2 other fairs in northern New Jersey. If you want more information about all of these activities, please go to my website, thecoolcrone.com, click on fairs, and you will see information about October 15th and 16th, and you will see how you can book a reading for either of those 2 fairs so that you don't have to wait in line or wait for me to have an opening, because on the one-day fairs, my readings fill up very quickly, and usually I'm busy. Every appointment slot is filled for the whole day. For the New York Renaissance Fair, if you go to my website, there's a pop-up that will tell you about the fair. It'll remind you of the dates, which is August 27th through October 9th, and it's every weekend, including the Monday on Labor Day. So go there and you can link to the New York Renaissance Fair website as well. And I would really love to meet all of you, as many as I can, by doing readings for you live. If you prefer to have a private reading, I can do that. You can book through my website, again, thecoolcrone.com. And that's an astrology reading or a card tarot reading, an Egyptian reading, a fortune-telling reading, whatever you want. So, thank you again for watching, Taurus. Have a wonderful, wonderful month of October. It looks like it's going to be stupendous, and I will see you next time.